Hi guys, we'll wait till it all gathers in and get some people in here. That. Hey, hey. Just now, the collective of Mu, and look at that, Jennifer. Here we are live. How cool is that? All right. Someone give me a thumbs up on the sound. Let me know the sound's good, if you could, out there in YouTube land. Bueller, anybody? Hi, baby. I meant to call you back. I got your, Victoria, I got your voicemail, but I didn't call you because I space cadeted. Good job. All right, sound is good, everybody? Thank you, Tony. All right, good. All right, all right, all right. Here we go. So, hi, Annie. Hi, Annie. Annie's here. Hi, Annie. Hi, Annie. I love Annie. Annie is a good friend. Yeah, it's really good because I got a lot of good friends. I got Victoria, I got Debbie, I got Annie. So let's talk about what I named it here. Okay, I'm not going to watch the chat for a minute or two so I can get going on this idea. Okay. We do it to ourselves. Okay. Let's again find the fundamentals of the incarnation. The incarnation doesn't know it's not its natural self. It only knows what it knows as the human, the separated, loss of memory, human fractal, the fractal of the whole of you, the gestalt of you, is forgotten, right? And that forgotten self lives a journey of not knowing it's a creator, which in and of itself is an amazing concept that we have participated in this fucking playground, right? We participated, we're here, blah, blah, blah. So all of these relationships that we create through what we see is our own experiential created reality, right? And what the point was about we do it to ourselves is the relationship of our truth creates our experience. So our truth, even though it may come from moms and dads and churches and teachers and kibbles and bits, oh my, it doesn't matter where it fucking came from. All of that shit that's not in the now is in your fucking memory. All of it is in your memory. All of it. Doesn't mean it's fake. Doesn't mean it's an illusion. It means it's not now. And the experience to have what you would consider a memory. No, there's not a radio in the background. No. I think I had the sound on a little bit, so I just turned it off. So, what you would consider memory is part of the human experience to know time and congruency and evolution, blah blah blah. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about what you do to yourself. Your truth creates your reality. Okay, forget about me. Forget about any other channel. Let's go to the let's go to let's oh so yeah. Let's go to the greats. Okay, let's go to Ramtha. Let's go to Seth. Let's go to Abraham, and let's go to Bashar. What I consider the greats, right? The trailblazers of channeling, right? KC2. All of them say you are the only one in your universe. Seth hammered home, hammer time, hammer time, hammered home. You and your relationship create your experience. Well, you relate to reality. So your truth creates your experience. Someone had said to me, a very good friend of mine, said to me, well, I created this mess, and she was taking up a responsibility for creating a point of view, like she intentionally fucked her life up. No one intentionally fucks your life up. You are truthfully being yourself. So you create your experience in your universe, your kingdom that you create, because that's the only one home. That's the only one here. Now, and I don't mean the all, your friends, your family, all of it that's reflected, that passes through you in attraction, that gives you the experience of the everlasting now. Fucking forget about that. I'm talking about your own mindset, your own truth, your reality, your kingdom, your I am, your self-evident self, truth, me, fucking I am. Not I am this and not I am that, and I did this and I do that, and they do this and they do that. That's the distraction. Distraction. Keep you spinning down a fucking rabbit hole. You need to look at what you do to yourself. First off, you got to be okay with this fucking sucks. Okay? So everybody, fucking A, this fucking sucks. Emotions suck. They hurt. They're painful. And I'll tell you something. Being where I'm at right now, our version of happiness fucking sucks. It blows. It's disappointing. It's lackluster. It's empty. It's fucking plastic. Perceived happiness and an outcome that needs to be algorithmed and constantly fulfilled is an idea of lack. And the version of lack you create and happiness out of intention is just squandered on the creator. It's the creator experience, but we're not talking about the fucking creator. We're already that. We're talking about me and fucking you taking this journey. That's where we're living right now. So we have to get nasty with ourselves and really start to understand what the fuck we are. And that takes humility. That takes surrender. That takes, God damn it, it's fucking me doing this to me. Not on purpose. Not for a reason, not for a lesson, not because I can become something, because I am. And I create that for my outstanding experience of humanity. But then when you, go. Hang on. Yes. When you start to see that you have command of this game through truth, and that truth is going to shatter people. It's going to crush them. Why? Because you are their drug dealer. You are their dependency. You are their go-to. And we have created an outside of ourselves collective of thoughts, fractals, points of view is what they are, belief systems that are experiencing. that depend on the identities that we feed from each other. That's where we get it all. The people on this planet that have no care, no concern, no ideas about others other than themselves. Now, I'm not talking about the expense of others. I'm not talking about fucking asswipes that are being at the expense of others to move up on the success scale or some bullshit story. I'm talking about the ones that love themselves, that don't bargain or negotiate with their truth for the truth of another because of a reason. You want to have as many momentary lapses of reasons as possible. Therefore, you will experience what it is to be unreasonable. And unreasonable is absolute freedom. Reason is a fucking tether. It'll tie you, it'll bind you, it'll keep you entwined and entangled in the version of your reflected memory to say, where do I belong in this entire thing and how do I stay there? Fighting for your dependency while the whole time keeping yourself tied to the dependencies. Never being independent of the dependencies. You fight for them, keeping yourself, and you won't let go of it. And I mean you rhetorically, so don't take this personally. Use this as a fucking idea, because that's all it is. It isn't scripture, it isn't the way, it's part of your fucking attracted journey. But I was thinking about that. I was thinking about, what the fuck do I do? I had my own little notion about what that was. What do I do? Am I a light bearer? Am I a way shower? I speak, I do these things, blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, why am I trying to identify? It's like, fuck identity, just do it. And let people do what they will with it. Let people do what they will with it. Let people do what they will with it, because you can't manage people. You want to be a hero. You want to be responsible. You want to keep your identity alive through the idea of nostalgia worth, through an idea of whatever you're projecting as an acceptable drug deal. A fucking drug addict. Look at me. I'm going to be this caretaker for this person, and they need to rely on me. Without me, they would crumble. No, they would go on for fucking ever. Ever. And their experience is in their kingdom. How you relate to it is your kingdom. Look at the freedom in that. Look at the humility in that. Look at their surrender in that. You do it to yourself. I did it to myself because I didn't know any better. And I tore it all apart. I did, and I'm still ripping down the old fucking remnants of the kingdom of humanity, the belief systems that are structured within the idea paradigm of standards. And the standards is based on an encapsulated world of conditioning called polarity. And I'm fucking myself 3 ways from Wednesday to try to make myself happy in a world of pain. Ah. Fucking A. But now, what do we have, for God's sakes? For the sake of your own goddamn kingdom, what do we have? Awareness. Realization. And motherfucker, that's choice. Oof. Now here's what Bashar said. Here's what Abraham said. Now here's what Seth said. Now here's what Jay-Z said. You choose to create your own fucking reality. Yeah. The choice is the relationship. I cannot choose to decimate my reality at will. I don't have that kind of creatorship because I don't know who I am or what I am yet. I'm not home yet. So I'm not going to try to manifest an idea in the future out of intentions to make myself feel better because I'm vibrating lack. Intention is tension. It's lack. It's fucking lack. It's trying to make yourself better. But yeah, the algorithm of the body, everyone wants you to be better. You're supposed to do something. You just can't sit around. You have to be responsible. You have to show your fucking worth. You have to do all this stuff. And I've watched these people do this to their fucking children, and they start to teach them, you need to be this. Mommy said no, you can't do that. And it's just bearing down on fucking humanity. And we need light workers, the ones that know how to tear apart their castle. Tear it all down and say, I'm worth my truth. And that is light. Light represents change, not intention, not preaching, not teaching, not holding people accountable to an idea that you came up with so you can make those separated being into the wholeness of what? A tyrannical fucking you? You want to be the one, the leader? Oh, we tried that. That's called the Christ conscience. That's called Hitler. That's called fucking Napoleon. That's called the empires of the world that structure and keep the humans. And no human can change it outside. We have to change the kingdom within. We have to know ourselves. We have to be brutally honest. I'm spitting like a motherfucker. We have to be brutally honest with ourselves. We have to say, I did this. This is my truth. This is the way I relate to reality. And it sucks. And I'm afraid. I'm afraid I'm going to lose everything. I'm afraid all these dependencies are going to crumble. I'm afraid I'm going to get rejected. I'm embarrassed of my own worth. My existence is not predicated upon my own isness. No, it's predicated on my resume, on how much people love me, how many hits I get, how many views I get. That's how I'm alive. That's the only way to live. This is bullshit. Is it? God damn it, you deserve it. And no one can make you do it. But I gotta get this out. Because if I don't, I'm fucking myself. And I don't like that. I love me. And to squander my own light is abusive to the kingdom. I do that to myself. Unless I do this. And I love it. I fucking love it. It's fucking great. It just flows through you. Woo! Feels good, doesn't it? And the biggest freedom. A slide Todd told us the other day. Oh, the biggest freedom was letting the goddamn dragon out. And the dragon, it doesn't represent what we consider a dragon. It's the internal truth of self that doesn't Bambi itself according to the outside. It doesn't quell its own light. Who the fuck is in charge? Nobody. So who is judging your own truth? You. And I had to see that. Because I hesitated, I debated, I wondered. I sold myself a bill of goods of fucking pain. I sold myself a bill of goods. Because that's the game. It's not my mom, it's not my dad. That's the humans. Fuck the humans. Fuck them. And I don't work with humans. That's fantasy. That's idealism of what's best. What's best? Existence. Existence. Now that is what I would consider best. My fucking awareness. Not my bank account. Not my engineering degrees. Not my car. Not my likes. The best is my own goddamn awareness. Waking up. Oh, goddamn. We do it to ourselves. I'm telling you. You just have to let go. And remember, please remember this. Don't try to get it all today. It's a now. Now. That's all it is. It's an everlasting journey in the now. Forget about trying to figure out, forget about your age, forget about a deadline, forget about it's too late, forget about anything that time tells you in the memory that puts you in a certain position. And that position vibrates a status, and that status creates a law of attraction experience and what you got coming into your world. You create your own world. You make your world small, you own your shit. You know that you do it to yourselves. You start to change those relationships with the truth of you. You shatter everyone's hopes, everyone's images of you. You fuck them because you're falling in love with the unknown self. And you start to birth that self, and you start to change your expression, yourself, your behavior. You pimp your ride in whatever way you want to. You start to express. Your house doesn't look like a goddamn showroom. It looks like you. It is that. It's an extension of you. You live in the vibration of your own kingdom. You decorate your own palace. You start to be that because you are unapologetic existence chosen to know your own identity, that awareness, yourself. That, therefore, you must always be blessed because you are existence. You are law one. How can that come under scrutiny? Save the scrutiny that you accept, and you do it to yourself if you accept that scrutiny. And someone tries to quell your light, someone tries to dampen you, kick them in the fucking nuts. Fucking kick them in the nuts. Say, fuck you and your goddamn darkness. I'm awesome. I deserve better. Fuck you. Fuck fuck you. And walk the fuck away from that toxic motherfucker who tries to steal your light because they need you as a drug. And they don't have enough courage. Is it their fault? No. But guess what? It's fucking yours if you allow them. That's yourself doing it to yourself. No one wakes up until light is shown. You shatter someone's fucking darkness, they see the light within their kingdom. You keep them dark, that's on you. Not you as responsible to some fucking guy watching the ascension. No, to your created experience. You do it to yourselves. Does it take courage? Yes. A lot of guts to be yourself. Yes, because there's those pressures, there's those things, there's those family members, there's those barking fucking mother-in-laws in your fucking ear, there's those crazy ass people that are expecting you to perform like a fucking monkey, and you are this lost fucking puppy battling yourself to get out of these belief systems, but you haven't. Why? Because you're here. Right now, in front of me, listening, which means you match this vibration, which means you have it in you, which means you're selling yourself some pain if you don't fucking do it, because you deserve it. And the only one that creates and builds the kingdom is fucking you. That's the only one. God, I'm spitting a lot today. My computer's going, fuck, bitch, what are you doing? Oh, I fucking love it. God, it feels so good. Nice, huh? It's good, isn't it? Feels good to be alive, to feel that inside you. You know what is the biggest thing? One of the biggest discoveries that I found in this ascension is the feeling of awesome never needs to be sustained. It's natural. And you know what else? Things don't drop you down. Bad news doesn't scare you. Anxiety doesn't creep in because you don't have a relationship with it anymore. You don't have a relationship with it anymore. A truth about those things that were coveted because you just came to the planet for a fucking experience. Yeah, you joined in the human incarnation and said, I'm going to believe everything I'm not. And you did. And here we are. We're just the first generation. We're the first awakeners. You know, the ones that are post-1995, internet connecting, channeling all over the place, all the work, we're waking the fuck up. We're doing it. You're part of that. cares why? Just know it, accept it, and I can change my reality by changing the relationship with my truths. And what I do to myself now is fucking outstanding. I attract the most epic fucking friends, the most highest quality of pure unconditional love surrounding me. I don't have to solicit them. I don't need to make them happy. I don't have to maintain relationships with the people that I surround myself, because they're vibrating into my reality because they love themselves. And none of that needs to be maintained. I don't have to pursue happiness. I don't have to avoid things, because I've taken those belief systems and I brought them home. The ones I created, I brought them into my kingdom and said, come on, that's you. That's my fears and my hopes and my anger, my rage and my needs and my desires and my intentions. And those things of purpose and responsibilities. When you sit around and you just muse, your mind goes 1,000 miles an hour. Hey, what are you going to do? And you should be doing something. And then you don't, because you're now, and everything in the now is bliss. And you only do what that is blatantly, obviously fulfilling, passionate, that you can't help it, like speak and play the flute, play video games and cook, clean the house and just be. All these things that I do, these are my world. That's not your world. These are incomparable. You do what the fuck you do, but don't do what you need to do or want to do or should do. Be what you are in the now, without reason. And you'll find a place of isness that doesn't have to be supported by anything external, because it is the kingdom. It is I am. It is one and all, right fucking here. It's all there. But we have to tear it all apart. And we are. Fantastic, isn't it? Unapologetic. Don't apologize for your own existence. You're not a fucking inconvenience. Don't start out an email, I'm sorry, didn't mean to bother you. Did I catch you at a bad time? Stop. Find yourself by behaving in the truth of yourself in the moment. And when you have a realization of a birthed self that you no longer prefer, that's fucking evolution, not regret. That's where you change yourself, because you're shedding the self. Don't ever look at the reality and go, I caused this. No, you didn't. Then you're just being a hero of a victim. You're just finding an identity to tell yourself you're a piece of shit because you caused all this problem. You need something to keep you alive. So what you are is just doing it to yourself. But if you want to live that, you fucking can, because no one gives a shit. Because no one can give a shit about your world. They're only giving a shit in a relationship with themselves. It's a kingdom within each universe is internal. It is subjective, and it will remain a subjective. Only the fractals perspect things as objectively. Well, being objective, no, that you can't be objective. It's still the truth of the internal. It's all yours. No matter what you're projecting on another, it's still your truth. That's the way you're doing it to yourself. Fantastic. Fantastic. Do it. Do the work. When you know it's done in any relationship and you feel it, and don't debate it. Debating it always comes, because the feeling is first and then the memory kicks in, right? Now, and wait a minute, now, oh yeah, and wait a minute, but what, see? 1 second later, that memory kicks in. That's the fucking bullshit. You know that's the belief system saying, wait a minute, hang on, we got to keep you in control. And me, I'm your belief systems. I'm your ego. Your ego isn't alive. It's just an algorithm. It's a fucking choice. Courage. Cowardly line. Courage. Oh, just be awesome. Ah, you deserve it. There was a time that I said it was, we all go home anyway, and we do. But don't use that as an excuse, because that's just another identity. If you're vibrating at this frequency, it's not higher, lower, better or worse, left or right. It's only here and now. If you're vibrating and hearing this, you have that potential within your kingdom to enlighten yourself. Don't identify me as that. Look at that as your kingdom of attraction. Own it. And then change the truth in the relationship with those things that no longer serve you. And the simple idea about changing truths with some things is just don't choose it. Make the world small. Yeah. Let me check the chat. I miss you too, baby. She's kicking my ass in a good way. Yes. Good. Evolution, not regret. Yes, Casey. We are really good at fucking ourselves over with regret. We are really good to judge ourselves. Think about when the child, don't do that. Don't do that. And you're like, why? Well, because. You made mommy bad. You made me feel bad. That's not nice. And then you are reinforcing that every fucking day of your life. Right? Think about it. No one's fault. It's the algorithm of humanity. Don't assign it an outside source. Say, wow, I'm going to own my shit. I love to be regret. I'm guilty of my own truth. I don't deserve this. I'm not awesome. I'm a piece of shit. I can't have a good life. Yes, I am going to own those truths, but I'm going to choose myself in the moment over those truths to transcend them into a new truth of I am. That's the work. And it takes masters. So you're not a fucking coward. You're not special. You can't stand out and say you can't do it. Fuck you. You can, because you're here and you're now, and you came to the fucking master class called human. So that means each and every one of you have it within yourself. A, not only did you wake up, B, you have choice. Because you have awareness, because you woke the fuck up. Do the work. I love you guys. I'm going to put up another master video in the next day or two. Give you some stuff until the next pop-up, and we'll keep driving on in the now. If you need me, you know where you can find me. I love you all. Check the chat before we go. Good. All right, everyone. I love you. I do. Now fucking fall in love with you and choose that fucking greatest goddamn dragon there ever is. Choose the self. Love you all.